Welcome to solverfy.
So we have the balance of the chemical reaction showing over here. So let's start with the first one. So we have copper and sulfur, and we have copper 2 sulfide. Okay, so yeah, we have to balance that. So make sure left and right have the same amount of element. Okay, so on the right we have Cu2S, on the left we have Cu and S8. Um, you can see that we have more sulfur than in copper. So for each sulfur on the right, we can see that we need 2 copper. So we have 8 of them. So therefore, we will need okay, first of all, I will balance the sulfur first. We got left we have 8, right we have 1. So I will add 8 in front of Cu2S to balance the sulfur. And then I will add 16 in front of copper in order to balance the copper. And this is how I balance that. Okay, second, we have P4O10 with water, and then we H3PO4. So again, I will balance phosphor first. We have P4, 4 phosphor. So I add a 4 in front of H3PO4. So and then on the right, we also have 4 phosphor. So let's start here. Okay, so for oxygen, we will have 4 times 3, we have 12. So we will have 12 oxygen. So on the left, we have to take 6 in front of water. Okay, so we have hydrogen being balanced. Okay, the last one will be the oxygen. So from on the right, we have 4 times 4 is 16. And on the left, we have 10 plus 6 from the water. So it's balanced. So this is the balanced chemical reaction for B. Okay, so for C, we have B2O3 with sodium hydroxide, and then we have sodium bromate, Na3BO3, Na3BO3. And then we will have water as the byproduct. Okay, so in order to balance that, I will first look for I'll start with boron first. We will have 2 boron on the left. So also put 2 in front of Na3BO3 because I just make sure I have 2 boron on the left and on the right. Okay, so the next step is for on the right, we have 2 boron, right? So at the same time, we have 3 sodium, but we have 2 of them, so we have 6 sodium. So I'll put 6 in front of sodium hydroxide in order to balance the sodium. Then last but not least, let's check the oxygen. So we have 6 oxygen over here. And then we will have 6 oxygen from sodium hydroxide and also 3 oxygen from borate. So the oxygen here is not yet balanced. So maybe we should look at something else. So we should look for hydrogen. We start from the hydrogen first. Because for hydrogen, we need on the sodium hydroxide because we balance sodium and oxygen. It will a bit complicated, so maybe let's look at hydrogen first. So for hydrogen, I will also put because we have 6 hydrogen on the left, so I'll put a 3 in front of water, so to balance the hydrogen. And then the last element to balance will be oxygen. Because oxygen is kind of complicated because for all of the species they contain oxygen, so it'll be a little bit difficult to adjust the number. So normally we would just start with balancing the element that only one of them contain in the reactant and also one of them contain in the product, so you're making it easier, so we're less variable. So for oxygen, we have left we have 6 on the right. Left we will have 9. We have 3 from the B2O3, and then 6 from the sodium hydroxide, and then on the right we have 9 as well. So this is also balanced. Oh, okay. For the last one, we have CH3NH2 with oxygen, produce CO2 and H2O, and also N2. So we first start balance something that with we're going to balance the element that we only can find in one of the reactant, and also we only can find in one of the products. So right here, we are looking at nitrogen because we only can find nitrogen in one of the reactant and also one of the products. Okay, so from the product side, we have 2 nitrogen, so we have to put 2 in front of CH3NH2 to balance the nitrogen. The next step I'm going to balance, we chose carbon. because again, it's only one in the reactant, also one in the product. So it's only carbon dioxide and also CH3 and H2 containing carbon. Okay, so on the left, we have two CH3 and H2, so we have two carbons. So I will put a 2 in front of it. Okay, the next element I'm going to balance is hydrogen. So hydrogen over here. Okay, and hydrogen on the right will correspond to water. Because we have two CH3 and H2, so we have to put a 2 in front of H2O. And the last one will be oxygen. The reason that I chose oxygen at the end because on the right, on our product, we have two species that contain oxygen. So we have to adjust two variables at the same time, will be difficult. So that's why I leave it at the end. Okay, so for oxygen, on the right, we will have 2 times 2, we have 4 from CO2, and then we have 2 from water. And then we have 6 in total. So that's why we put a 3 in front of oxygen to balance it, and then